What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? We are back for another bomb ass episode of The Shy. This is season 1, episode 6, Penetrator Fraud. Okay, so let me. Brandon, I just. A bitch hurt your feelings and you went to the. Okay, let me stop. Because y'all been flirting and doing all this shit for a while. Brandon, we wake up, well, we start the episode off with Brandon being at his mom's house. Greavy up there finally know his name. Greavy cooked dinner, not dinner, but breakfast for him and Laverne and everybody else. And Brandon was like, I don't know what the fuck it is, but you can keep that bullshit away from me. You can't sell this house because they still trying to sell the shit. You can't sell the house without my signature. Laverne is like, quit being an ass, quit being this, quit being that, and I do what my husband can do whatever and all this shit. And he was like, your husband? And she was like, yeah, my husband. I went down to the courthouse and we made it official. We doing this right. I said, bitch, I feel some type of way. You gonna go get married and then tell me and then even make it seem like you was about to get married. So Brandon is just like, he's not feeling her. They want to have this whole like a wedding party and celebration of the fact that they married, they together. Brandon's not feeling it. She want him to cater it. He leaves out. Greavy come out there to talk to him and was like, your mama wants you to be there. Just be there. I'm going to tell her to be there, all this shit. Greavy was trying to soften him up. And I understand where Brandon is coming from with his hesitation to Greavy because, like he said, she's been down this road 2 times. And he said, well, maybe the third time is the charm. You just never know. And the way that he comes off, because Greavy has rubbed us wrong in the past. When he first came on, the way he acted, the way he said certain things, it just, But, as we see later on, things kind of get a little bit back on track where there's about to be some type of understanding. You know what his relationship remind me of? I hate to say his name because he irks me now so bad, but Jody and Vim Rain's character on Baby Boy. They couldn't stand each other. At least he couldn't stand him, the son. And so then later on at the end of the movie, everybody's getting along and they have this understanding, they have this connection and all this stuff. And that's what it seems like it's trying to pop off with Greavy, and I hope it's for the best. I don't want no twists and turns and be like that nigga. He didn't got you to like him and then all of a sudden he put his hands all up on your mama face, okay? But later we get to Ronnie. Ronnie is walking outside of the place that Common had where they be doing the prayers and stuff, and it's empty. But he sees Common coming down, and he asks him if he want to come in. They start talking, and he was just telling him it took him 12 years in Stateville to get to where he's at, to find Islam and all that. And I said, typical. I'm not even fucking surprised when he said Stateville. I said, they go to jail and they find Islam. Let's be honest. I know it's a stereotype, but it happens. But at least he found something that's of a higher power that's helping him get through stuff to unleash his burdens and everything. And he was like, you got some things that you need to get up off your chest. You come around here and you shy. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to ask what happened. But when you ready, you need to come in and get that off your chest. We're going to be here. And so he just, trying to offer him some help, a helping arm or whatever. Not trying to judge him, not trying to bring him down, but just trying to help him out if he needs that listening ear. Um, Emmett and oh boy, they still unloading the truck. Emmett is still trying to get him to do this sneaker thing. And eventually he was like, no, bruh, I ain't trying to do this. I ain't trying to do that. He was like, I got to get all this stuff back over there to, where he's from. I forget which, was it Lebanon? Anyway, he said, I got a whole bunch of people over there. I got already like 27 first cousins alone, and they want this. They want gummy bears. They want all of this stuff and this stuff and that stuff. And it is, I ain't lying. And he said the green gummy bears, it's something about them bitches. I can't eat them shits no more. But the green just about in everything, green and blue, it be bomb. It be bomb. Pause. I'm finna throw something in there. Speaking of King. Why is it that can y'all put down in the comments what is it about the pink starburst that fucking gets y'all crazy? Like, I don't get the hype over pink Starburst, okay? I love preferably orange and yellow, but, the pink Starburst, it's alright, but it ain't bomb as fuck. But, y'all tell me. Anyway, so he eventually convinces him to go ahead and do this shoe deal shit. They finna go see this girl's house, this lady's house later on. Then we get to the restaurant where Brandon is over there talking to Sarah. He talking to Sarah, laying all his burdens down with her, telling her all the business about how the mama just fucked around and got married, didn't even invite me, didn't even tell me shit. And I'm like, this grievy dude, I don't even fuck with him like that. All this shit. They talking and she reaching to get something. Before this happens, he is telling you, girl, that his mom is doing all this stuff. They trying to sell the house. Why is her first question after the whole thing, after he get through talking, is, so you and your girl get back together? I said, girl, why? Me and Brandon was like, why? What's that? She was like, just wanted to know. I said, what are you trying to get at? I said, Brandon, at this point, this is where you should run. Okay, you should just walk the fuck away because mama doing too much. She reaching up there to get something, and the way she poured it down, she knew it was going to waste. She knew whatever was in there was going to waste. It was going to fall or whatever. So the stuff wasted on her. She had to go change her shirt. She go put on one of the chef coats or whatever. And Brandon just so happened to turn around and see her take her shirt off. She in the mirror with it, making sure that he sees, and then gonna look up in the mirror to make sure that he's watching. And then somebody else come down, his friend come down there saying, Chef want to talk to you. And he was like, listen, you're gonna have to chill out because Denise up there thinking that y'all already going together doing some shit. And people's talk, because people ain't dumb. Okay, the chemistry is there. And I'm just telling Brandon, don't fucking do it. Chef get up there talking about something, can I trust you? I said, damn, Chef fucking knows. Mind you, he was all up in my fucking mentions and shit. It was fucking, it's hilarious. But he was like, I want you to cater this party or something that they're gonna have. And it's a big thing, and they're gonna put some of your stuff on the menu. And he was happy about it. And then of course Brandon is just smiling his way out, and it was like, oh my God, thank you so much, Chef. And then here comes Sarah, you deserve it. He walking past, Sarah just all smiling and shit. I said, Brandon, don't look at her and smile. He went like this. I said, girl, boy, keep on fucking walking. Put your dick down, okay? I understand Jerica hurt your feelings, and you probably just needed to calm the fuck down and see where she was going with it. Okay, I said, so is Jerica just out the comment, out the picture these days? Because y'all building this tension up like y'all finna fuck in this episode, and I'm gonna be highly upset if you do. But we get back to Emmett, bitch. Emmett then took, oh boy, I can't remember his name, took him to this woman's house and was like, I'm gonna go to the door and I'm gonna talk to him first. And it was like, why? Because she's a white lady, and what they have in common is that they hate us, but they hate y'all more, okay? He was like, bitch, what? And sure enough, when he opened up the door, and he was like, I heard you had a sneaker collection that you need to unload. Because he was just hyping up how much he can get off this sneakers collection, getting these sneakers, sell them on the street, make 10 grand and all this shit. And it was like, okay, cool. Go to the back in the garage. I said, in the back to the garage. Open up the garage, and I was like, oh shit. Now I'm a sneakerhead, so that was my shit right there. I said, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. She's showing all this stuff, and was like, so why do you want to get rid of this? It was like, this is my husband's stuff. Why is he selling? She said, no, he's not selling. I am. I was like, what happened? This what happens when you fuck my sister, okay? I said, well, shit, he fucked your sister, you sell his shit. It's what he deserved. I mean, tit for tat, it's what's fair, okay? So they unload the stuff. At first, they was like, we'll give you 4 grand. She said, no, bitch, 5,000. The old boy said 4,500. She said 5,000 and I'll cook you lunch. So eventually they went on ahead and got it. And so they left it to Emmett to try to unload the package. He's calling his people. He had to get his kid, little EJ, since the baby mama just left him. I guess the baby mama literally just dropped him off and never came back. I mean, I guess. But he under a bridge, and at first wasn't nobody coming through. Then all of a sudden everybody started coming through, including the cop come through. And at first we was like, oh shit, we finna get him locked up. Because he was just so fucking obvious with it. But the cop was like, hell no, I want them. And then you see the camera pan down to the cop's shoes. He was already in some shit. I said, okay, bruh. But then this dude come pulling up in these rims on his car, big ass rims and all this shit. You know, street dude. He was like, yo, you got them new ones and all that. He was like, yeah, I do. So he give him the shoes and he was like, bitch, the fuck you trying to penetrate me? It was like, what? You trying to penetrate a fraud? He was like, penetrate a fraud. Bitch, you mean perpetrate a fraud? He said, fucking don't correct me. That's what pissed him off when he tried to correct him. And he was like, no, this shit legit. Look at this. Look at this. He said, no, bitch, look at this shit. And he was looking at it. He was like, ain't this about a bitch? Oh, boy pulled out a gun and Emmett started running. Mind you, he got a little EJ in his arms. And, you know, he got to go over there and tell his friend because they lost the money basically, and he is going crazy about it because that money was not his. That money was his uncle's money, who owns the shop. Now he was, and the whole reason why Emmett was trying to go so hard and sell all the stuff was so they can recoup the money and plus a profit, so he can get that money back to his uncle, and then they can still split the profit that they get. And that didn't work that well. So now they pissed off and don't know what the fuck to do, and it's just a whole bunch of mess. You know, he was trying to get a hustle going, and it almost worked, but then it didn't. Speaking of Emmett, let's get on his mama. Grandma Ethel was up in her room just looking for shit. She was like pulling stuff out her drawers and shit, and Emmett mama come up in there like, girl, what are you looking for? She was like, I'm looking for my nail kit. And bitch, I know you stole it, okay? You ain't finna put all your voodoo, use your voodoo mind tricks on me and all this shit. She was like, bitch, your nail kit is right here on the desk. Right here on this dresser right here. It was like, I know what you did. I was like, what you looking for now? I'm looking for my pocketbook so we can go get our nails done. And I was like, because we both need it. She was like, I do my own nails. That's why I said we finna go get our nails done. And it's on the house. I'm paying. So bitch, be grateful, okay? Let's the fuss go. So they get to the nail salon, and you know, Grandma Ethel probably has to be my favorite character. And her whole thing is she's treating her to get her nails done because this is her way of showing appreciation for her taking care of Ronnie when he got shot. You know, fixing him up, and you know they start talking about when she gonna find another man and how come she hasn't had another man, and you know basically when you gonna find somebody to bump uglies with. That is such an old ass phrase, such an old school phrase. And her whole thing is, you know, she just haven't been one to be put out there like that. And it was Emmett's father, her husband, who messed her up. Whatever happened in their relationship, you know, that was her first love. She thought they was gonna be together forever. And I guess he must have cheated or did some shit to her, and it just messed up. And Grandma Ethel was like, I understand that, but you can't just let one person just stop you from getting your shit. You know, if you don't want no relationship, you can go out here and have some little, you know, fun, friends with benefit type of shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You need to use it before you lose it, because when you get my age, that shit gonna fucking dry up. I said, Ethel is teaching. Ethel is teaching. And what mama go do? Mama went home. Emmett Jr. wasn't there. So therefore she lit them candles. She made her fucking bath. She pulled that shower head down and she got to playing with herself. I said, come on, magic shower head. I don't know nothing about that shit, but you know, y'all swear that shit work because I see it in TVs all the time. But all right, you do what you gotta do. Um, I did see on this one show called Below Her Mouth on Netflix. The girl, it was like a straight up porn. Like I said, this is what we doing. Like you saw actual penetration and actual vagina. Usually they don't show vaginas, and they usually don't show dinglings like that. But bitch, they show all the vaginas and everything. She was in the tub and she had the water running, and you know she was arching over the tub and letting the water run on her puss, and she had one hell of a time. I was like, okay, so y'all really gonna put this out there? All right, you know, let me continue watching it like this. Okay. Woo! It's a lesbian movie, so just let you know if you want to watch it, you know, because some of y'all, why you making it? Shut up! I just told you what it's about. But anyway, that was that. So then back on the Ronnie thing, um, Ronnie the cop Cruz. He goes up there to Tracy trying to figure out which Ronnie was. Tracy is trying to avoid him and trying to give him short answers. I don't know. I haven't seen him in a week or so. He came over to give me Jason's phone. Where did he get the phone from? I don't know. You have to ask him. I'm gonna be late for work. So she goes off to work. And we see Ronnie talking to the boys on the steps, and they was like, first of all, one dude was talking about the apprenticeship that he was about to get to become an engineer, electrician. Okay, and at least he trying to do something. You always got that one homeboy that's gonna be like, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?" Trying to put you down a little bit, but then you got the other one that's trying to uplift and all this shit. Ronnie come through and was like, y'all know how to open up a phone because I got Jason's phone and all this shit. I was like, you need to go talk to this dude they be on the basketball court they used to hang with and see if he know the passcode or whatever. And he said, well, if y'all don't hear from me, y'all go look after my grandmother, okay? If something happened to me, look after my grandmother. Because they was already like, nigga, you look like shit, okay? So he goes and he talked to the dude on the basketball court and he was like, well, I don't know the code, but go talk to his girlfriend. Girlfriends most likely always know the codes to their boyfriend's you know, thing. So he goes over there to her place and bitch. At first she wasn't gonna open up that door. She had the chain on the door. Open up the door. Mama is pregnant, and not just pregnant. She's 7 months pregnant. I said, "Fuck." I said, "Is Jason a daddy?" She was like, "Yep," and it was like my daddy liked him. Tracy didn't really fuck with her like that. Didn't want them to be together because she felt like she was a distraction and she wanted Jason to go off and play basketball, get a basketball scholarship and all that stuff. And then what we later found out is that from the girlfriend that he didn't even want to continue to play basketball. And so, she was telling him that even though y'all had y'all little falling out or whatever, Ronnie, Jason still loved you. And so she gave him the passcode, opened up the phone, and before he can do that, the cop was standing outside waiting for him. Took him to the police station, trying to figure out what's going on with him, trying to figure out where did he get the phone from, all this shit. So when he finally, because he's trying to help him out, and mostly Cruz is a good guy that slipped up and did a fucked up thing and caused the child to get killed, because he told him you killed the wrong person. He didn't necessarily say that you killed the wrong person, but he did say that Koji did not kill your son. Okay, so this child got killed for whatever reason, and he knows that Ronnie did it, but he's not gonna come on out and say I guess he's waiting for Ronnie to admit that he did it. You know what I'm saying? He's giving him a little bit of rope. He's giving him a rope each and every time. But he did take that phone and he was looking at the phone and it's like, plus he gotta cover his back. Like I said, he indirectly spilled the beans and set all this stuff in motion because he said too much to Ronnie. And that's what happened. That's how come Coochie got killed. So with that being said, he's sitting in his car and he's looking at Jason's phone now. And the first call that in the call log, the last call was made to 911. Mind you, the girlfriend told Ronnie that he wasn't into any mess. Okay, he wasn't into any type of mess. So we all know that he probably was an innocent bystander. And speaking of Jason getting killed, Q Q Q OG Quentin. That motherfucker is not the one to be played with, bitch. I love it. Tell me something, because is it me? And as I presented it last week, remember when Quentin had went up and talked to Tracy and how she looked? How she looked at him and how they had that little tension between them, like they known each other on a more intimate level. And then the way that he come back, and remember when he first came back, his first order of business, he was talking to old boy who he stole the dog from. He was saying, I need to know what happened with the boy getting killed. Like, is that his son? Is he the daddy? Okay. Cause Tracy look like she got a type, okay? He don't look too far off from Ronnie, okay? But when that happened, he was sitting on the steps. Oh boy and his oh boy and his crew, including Reg, come over there. He was like, I want my dog back. I want Daenerys back. It was like, first of all, her name is Evangeline right now, and you can get the fuck on. Okay, you can come get her if you want to. You can try and step, but he was like, bro, I don't know what the fuck it is that you trying to do. You need to take your ass back down to Cuba. Mind you, Reggie gonna this motherfucker needs to be knocked down. Like, he pulled out a gun. This is the third time you tried to threaten this man. and spook this man, and he wind up spooking your ass, okay? Reggie, this is 3 strikes and your ass is out. In the next episode, I hope he was one of the ones that was in that. Girl, we'll get there. He has to fucking go. He really do, because he's doing too fucking much, all right? And like you said, I ain't trying to come back up here to take up your shit, but maybe I am to teach y'all asses something, okay? And you still didn't answer my question about what happened to Jason, all right? So if you got anything else, bitch, you can get the fuck up off my property. I'm gonna take my bitch up in the house. I said, you know what? He said, bitch, I remember you when you used to be cleaning the cars and cleaning the hubcaps and shit. And ain't no telling what else you was cleaning. I said, oh, no, you didn't. In front of his boys. His eyes are already small. They got small in his head. He was so embarrassed, you know. Um, I said, Q ain't the one to be played with. He called his old dudes. You saw when they was talking, his 2 friends was rolling up in the back, the way they was self-walking through. I said, oh, shit, they finna take somebody out. They come up in the house, and they talking about they got guns and shit up in that bitch, and we got to get them. Child, next thing you know, we see all of them go up in the house. I said, wait a minute. So you don't have cameras around this whole trap house? Or if you do, you really don't have nobody on lookout, like look out, look out. He had one person at the door, and he must have been slipping, because they walked right up there and shot his ass, okay, without a struggle. Mind you, the door was open. He's sitting in the door. So was you sleep? Where's the cameras? Where's the alarm? Where's, oh my God, for a trap house, y'all just fucked that shit up. Then they go up in there, they find the guns, they see a dude laying in the bed, and they see one sitting in the chair with his headphones on, and they shoot. Next thing we see them with the guns, and next thing you know, we see the outside of the house, and we see the flashes, and we hear the gunshots, 2 gunshots. So all of them who was in there just got killed, and they took the guns. I said, oh shit, bitch, it's about to be on and popping. So the last thing that went on in this episode was the whole cookout thing celebration. And Laverne was nervous about coming out. It was that one dude that was always a one bitch that want to come up to a free function. You ain't had to bring shit. You just there for the food and the drinks, but you complaining about it just being chips and chicken and the type of beer that they had. I said, bitch, you go buy whatever it is that you want to buy and you want to eat, and then you can shut the fuck up. Other than that, eat the food or go, okay? Because ain't nobody telling you to stay. Ain't nobody keeping you here. But, eventually, Laverne do come out. She was looking for Brandon. She was kind of hurt that Brandon didn't show up. Brandon did tell her that he had to work. That's why part of the reason why he was mad. And so when Brandon was at work and they finished the party. The party was a success and with some extra food. And old girl was like telling him, first of all, she telling him her business now, saying that the restaurant is okay. It's not doing great. It's doing okay because that's the reason why she came in, because, her husband, who was the head chef, he's playing around with the money. He's not good with the money, okay? I said, so y'all really telling each other's business. That is no. No, no, no. Don't get involved in your employees' lives like this, okay? And so they had leftover food. He was like, what you gonna do with all this food? She said, take it back to the restaurant and throw it in the dumpster. I said, bitch, how come you just can't take it to a food kitchen or something like that? You just gonna waste the food like that? He said, let me have it. It was like, what you gonna do with it? It was like, just come with me. He brought Sarah to the fucking party. They drinking Heineken and shit. I was like, all right. The next thing you know, she introducing to everybody. I said, what the fuck is going on, Brandon? You keep saying this is my boss wife. He keep making it clear this is boss wife. But then when the shit was over with, they kissed. She was like, I'm sorry. I was like, oh my God, Brandon, step away. Do he step the fuck away? Bitch, no, he don't step away. He stepped more so in it and started. I said, oh my God. She's a married woman. You and Jerica are not really through, okay? But I guess, oh my God, how is this? This is messy as hell. This is messy as hell. Bitch, this was a good ass episode of The Chi. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it, and I will see you guys later. Peace.